Hello, welcome back. I know it's been a while. Jeez. Um, this is Bandit's Corner. We are starting with Guild of Ravnica. If you've read my last article, you probably know this already. I qualified for the Pro Tour, so I'll be going to beautiful, scenic Atlanta in a couple weeks. My weakness, I think, as a player in general, is in the draft format, and I want to try to shore that up as we go into the Pro Tour. So I'm going to be starting to do a couple more drafts. I actually recorded a draft yesterday that got a little botched, so we are instead looking at the format in general, just from the ground up. I'm going to be doing hopefully I want to do 3 to 4 drafts a week. I know it sounds kind of ambitious for some of us, but I want to be as familiar with this format as possible. So that's one of the best ways to do it. We're going to jump into this one. The one I recorded yesterday that got botched, I did the whole draft in one sitting. Today I'm probably going to have to do it in two. So I'm planning on doing the draft right now, and then I'll do the matches a little later. The draft in this format, I think, is very difficult. Frank Carson wrote an article talking about the basic differences in these Ravnica sets. Because of the amount of gold cards, because of the amount of gold cards in the set, it's very easy to want to first pick a gold card that's very powerful. If you pick a single color card, something like a Deadly Visit, right? This puts you into 2 different colors, either Golgari or it puts you into Dimir, which is okay and that's fine. But it's one of those things you have to kind of be aware of, right? The fact that you don't have that same flexibility you normally would. But that said, I really do want to start with Boros Challenger. I like this card a lot. But maybe it's better to take something like the Deadly Visit. I wasn't terribly impressed. The draft I did yesterday was Dimir. I wasn't terribly impressed, so I kind of want to go in a different direction. And this is obviously a little more narrow. But you know what? Let's try it. Let's live dangerously. Let's live with a Boros Challenger first. We'll see how this goes. Maybe the Deadly Visit was a better pick. But alright. We've got some cards here. I'm not taking Thousand Year Storm, even though that's a sweet EDH card. What is this card? It's a 3 mana 2/2, not a good start. Attacks, tapping in over untap creature's control, gets 1/1 for each creature tap. So it's like a weird Exalted, but you can make 1/1 soldiers. It's not miserable. Kind of like if we're just going to play Dimir, well, if we're starting off with Dimir, I think the Garrison Sergeant's probably a better place to put our money. Rubblebelt Boar, also not terrible. I actually was impressed with that card yesterday. Am I worried about 5 drops in this deck? I don't think so. I think the Boar is probably a better card. And the Boar works a lot better with Mentor, and it also helps me kind of wheel out of it if it ends up drying up. So we'll do that. How about Goblin Cratermaker? It makes Cratermaker. That makes more sense. I thought it was a dude who just like had hammers and made boxes for people. Destroys, deals 2 damage to target creature. That's not bad. Command the Storm's also very good. I like that card a lot. But I think having another 2 drops a good place to be. And once again, with the Mentor, I think you want to be able to start kind of low. The Command the Storm is a good card. I do like that card. I've only played that in Sealed so far, but I was fairly impressed. And okay. Citywide Bust is also not terrible. Destroy all creatures toughness 4 or greater. I'm gonna have a couple in this deck, but not a lot. And I think it's very easy to set up a board where this doesn't hurt me, but can devastate my opponent. The other card I'm thinking about is Healer's Hawk. Just because it's a 1/1 flyer, sure, but it's very easy to mentor onto. So that's, I think, a pretty decent card in this format. But I'll take the Citywide Bust, and that card has a lot of upside for us. Let's see what else. Got Fire Urchin. It's a 2-drop, but I don't think it's particularly good in our deck. We're not gonna have a lot of instants and sorceries. I think it'd also be really awkward to cast this. I guess it's only +1/+0, so that's not terrible. But I think we just take the second Boar. Or maybe we take the first Garrison Sergeant. Interesting. I do like this card. I think we take the second Boar. I think the Boar is probably better. Once again with the Mentor, and this is what I'm trying to focus around, making sure we make the Mentor as good as possible. None of these cards are terribly impressive for us. I'm not interested in the Gateway Plaza. It's a gate though. I think the best card here is probably the Pitiless Gorgon. I actually was very impressed with Douser of Lights. That was in my Dimir / green deck yesterday, and that was actually fairly impressive. The likelihood of me splashing this card currently is very low. I think we'll just take the Gateway Plaza. Maybe we'll play it, maybe we won't, but it is a gate. Creeping Chill's not bad. Man, Dimir Informant, it's so late. This card's so good. If you haven't played with this card, you should definitely reconsider. This card is very, very good. Do I take the third boar? I feel like I should maybe take that. Also, Vedalken Mesmerist is not a terrible card either. I'll take the boar. I'm actually going to take the Informant. I don't think I'm currently going to play it. But, yeah, starting to see cards like this makes me feel like we're missing something. But maybe we just take the Hammer Dropper. Muse Drake is not a bad card either. Worst favorite agent I'm not terribly high on. The Flash is the only reason I think this card's playable. But let's take the Hammer Dropper. Let's try to stay in this deck for right now. Yeah, seeing these cards coming around a little later is kind of worrying. We'll take the Goblin Locksmith. Once again, the Defender bit is not terribly relevant. There's a couple gates in here, Defenders rather, that are pretty decent. I mean, Wall of Frost I don't think it's a main deck card, but something like the 1-drop 03 with Defender, that's the Veils one, I forget what the card is called currently. It's not terrible. So, but at the very least, the 2 drops as a curve filler. Let's also take the Electromancer, Barrier of Bones, the card I was just talking about. Defender, 1 mana, 0/3 with Surveil. But let's take the Electromancer also. And the Mesmerist. And the Muse Drake. And right now I'm not planning. It's like I don't really want the 1/3. Is Leapfrog good? Whatever, we'll take this too. Keep Leapfrog good. And like I'm not intentionally planning on this, but it looks like blue red's just open. Right, so maybe I'm not actually a. So let's add these to the pile. Maybe I missed some signs. Maybe this deck is supposed to be blue red instead. So I will entertain that possibility. I'm not particularly fond of any of these cards. 2/4, 2/3 Vigilance. Mentor. Sonic Assault, is this the one that taps? Oh yeah, this is a card I thought it was. Which is not a good sign. That's like one of those things like, oh, is that the like if you go to a party and someone's like, oh yeah, I brought potato salad. It's like, oh, you brought this? Yeah. Oh, I don't want any of that. It's like, oh, why'd you say it like that, man? Do I want? I feel like I just want to, I don't know. I feel like I'm like toeing the line here. I think I need the. I'm going to try, I think, with the white card, but I'm really not even that heavy white. I'm really in a bunch of blue-red cards. So let's try to hedge that way. I think Ornery Goblin's fine. It's a 2-drop. This card's not terrible. Color the Culprit. Also not miserable. But let's take the Cyclops. I'm like hedging towards blue. Ooh. Ooh, I love those cards. Okay, so let's get rid of these garbage white cards, and we have a pretty solid Dimir deck building. So let's start with, and of course the Boros Challenger's there. Let's take the Nightveil Sprite. If you haven't played with this card is actually, I think, one of my favorite cards in this format. just the amount of card advantage you get from being able to surveil every single turn of the game. Something like... That card can't be good. This is another one of these cards that I see. But, like, maybe it is good. Maybe it's actually, like, very impressive and I just never give it a chance. Maybe I'm the problem. Capture Sphere is not terrible either. And this isn't a fight, and that's the thing too. Gravitic Punch. Target creature you control deals damage equal to its power to target player. Oh, target player, I don't want that. Never mind, I take it all back. I thought it was target creature. We'll take the Captured Sphere. This card I haven't been terribly impressed with either, but I think it's better than that. Sinister Sabotage has been fine as well. I do like Maniacal Rage. Right, it's one of those things that can get put onto a Nightveil Sprite and kind of go to town. Or a Leapfrog. I think we'll take the Sabotage, though. I like Sabotage a lot. And we'll also take this Chemister's Insight, and their card's also very powerful. Maybe I should be taking these Sonic Assaults. I don't know. This is another one of those things, too. Am I just doing it wrong? Okay, well, if I'm doing it wrong with Citywatch Sphinx, I don't care. So let's do it wrong there. The Izzet Guildgate would be nice, too, but I think it's hard to pass up this card. It's just so powerful. Izzet Locket's not miserable. I don't think we really need to ramp necessarily, but it does allow us to get up the Sphinx a little faster, and it's something we can draw later and just draw 2 cards. Maniacal Rage, once again, I don't think that's a bad card. Maybe that's not a bad option. I think we would need more flyers, though. We do have a couple. We'll take the Maniacal Rage. If I'm wrong, I don't think I'm wrong by that much. And that's okay. Once again, there's a lot of cards. Cards in this format that I think are playable. I just have to work it right. Dimir Informant. That's the Gate 1 Guild Summit. Ah, that's adorable. That seems really bad. The come into play effect is really bad. Yeah, that's really bad. I don't like that. I do not like that at all. I do not like green eggs and ham. I do like Dimir Informant, though, so let's just take a second one there. I'm not really interested in any of these cards. I'm going to take, I guess, Boros Locket. I guess there's like an off chance I splash for that. No, there's not, actually. But we'll take it anyways. It's probably still fine. We'll take a second Sabotage. We'll take a second Sabotage over the first Locket. I think if we see another one, we'll take that. We'll take a Douser of Lights. I don't think I'm ever going to play Devious Cover Up, but I might play Douser. Maximize Altitude does not look like a good card to me, but we'll take that too. I've got 16 creatures. I don't think I need to play Fearless Halberdier. But I'm going to take it anyways, just in case. At this point, we've got 22 cards. We've got a full deck, but we still have picks we need to make. Conclave Tribunal is very good, but it's something I have to splash for. Is that a card I'm really interested in splashing that much for? Probably not. Lava Coil seems like it's much more up our alley as far as removal spells are concerned. If I'm unlucky, though, I'm going to end up playing against Vraska in round 1 like I did yesterday, and regret not trying to splash for this. But I think Lava Coil is going to be good 9 times out of 10 for us. I really want... Man, second Conclave Tribunal. Man, it haunts me. Haunts my dreams. Wee Dragonauts seems like it'd be good. How many instants and sorcerers do we actually have at this point? Not terribly many, right? 1, 2 Sabotages. The Insight. So this is another thing too. I think we need... I'm going to take the Dragonauts. I think that's fine. But I think I need to also consider the fact... Sacred Foundry. Oh, Disinformation Campaign. I love that card. A second Cyclops? Oh, man. Alright. Alright. I'm talking to Josh, my editor. Josh, are you mad if I take the Sacred Foundry here? Is there any upside to me trying to take Sacred Foundry over this Piston-Fist Cyclops? Oh, Josh. Alright, you're right. You're right, Josh. I understand. I hear you. Yeah, you're right. I'll take the Cyclops. We'll take the Cyclops. Temple Guard. This is just, man. Okay, let's pretend. Yeah, I think I need to take the Watch from the Mist. It's either Watch from the Mist or Inescapable Blaze. I'm pretty sure. I think Sergeant Bird is probably fine too. The 4-2 I'm not terribly high on, but I think Watch from the Mist is very good for our deck, so we'll just take that. We do have a Ornery Guildgate. Swarm is a gross magic card. Card's very good, but I don't think it's what we want to be doing right now. So I can cut something like that. I'm not terribly interested in Dazzling Lights. Maximize Altitude's not terrible, actually. This is the card I'm actually interested in playing. I'm actually going to take this. I already have one on the board, too, but... Deadly Visit. Ritual of Soot. Oh my gosh, that card's so good. Is there anything in here that I want? No? Nothing? I don't want... Is there anything I can play, actually? I can play Devious Cover-Up. I'm not taking that. I'm just going to take the Ritual. Just to take the Ritual. There's really nothing else in this pack that's interesting. Maximize Altitude to go with our Maximize Velocity. Is that a card I want? Probably not, but it looks interesting. How about Invent? It's like one that they have routed this card already, so if you get one on paper, it doesn't have this text. I'm actually going to take this. I'm actually interested. I don't know how many instants we actually have, or how many sorceries, but we do have Maximize Altitude. So, do I want another creature? Or just want to land? I think I just want to take the land. I think that's okay. Disdainful Trick's not bad, though. Also, having another flyer higher up the curve is not terrible, but I think I'd rather just take the land. Do I need the land in my 2-color deck? Maybe not. I think I'm going to take the land, though. I think I'm going to take the land. And we got this back anyways, that's fine. And one thing, the Mesmerist I actually am very impressed with, and hopefully you'll see that today. I think we'll just take the Drake. That's fine. Do I take the other Drake? You probably just play the Whisper Agent too. It's a 3 mana. It's a blue 1 in our deck, right? But our deck is mostly blue already, so it might not be terribly difficult to turn on. Is it much better than Leapfrog? I mean, it's possible too, right? It's probably just as good. I think we're taking the Drake. Well, that's okay. Let's also take this Whisper Agent. We'll try the Whisper Agent. I feel like having too many Leapfrogs is just not good. But we'll take this Electromancer. We'll take the Dazzling Lights, I guess. We'll see. Maybe that'll come in. Painter and Douser. Okay, so we have to make a couple cuts here, and that's okay. I mean, like, I'd rather make more cuts. I'd rather have to make more cuts than have to add more cards. Okay, I think we're gonna cut the frogs. I just think that card can't be. It could be fantastic. Let's be honest. My experience with this format is not high enough where I'm going to discount how good it could be. But let's just start on the low end. Let's cut something like, and I want to make sure I have my creatures up top. So I'm going blue into gold into red into these I'm going to do the same thing with all these actually real quick. So let's do these sabotages down here. Let's put the Whisperation I'm going to put up here with the blue cards in my deck. In my deck it's just a double blue spell. Halberdier down here. These are basically free, and that's the nice thing about this deck. The Cyclops is there's literally no way I can't cast them, right? Like I could draw all mountains or all islands and be able to cast them, so they're actually just free as well. It's just a 3 mana, 4/3 with Defender, so that's pretty good. Let's look at those blue, and then this. Okay. And this is basically a 6-drop, so we're going to put this here. And once again, it's blue or red. By the time I get to 6 mana, I think the odds of me having all of one color is very slim. So let's try to figure this out. What's this going to look like? I think we can get the Maniacal Rage. I think I do have a decent number of flyers, but I think I don't need it in this deck. I think it'd be better if I was in the Boros deck. I guess a side note too, the Boros deck like dried up really quickly. Those tribunals we saw in pack 3, I think were one of those things where it's kind of like, oh man, you could have been Boros still, but there are not any cards for us to be taking. So I think we actually jumped into the right color. I don't know how good this deck is. That's a whole different story, but I think we made the right decision. How good is Invert? Invent? Is that what this card is called? Invent. You know what would be so tilting if when the card text came up, if it was like sideways. You're like, oh, what does it do? Thankfully, it's not. I mean, I have plenty of instants. So that's not the issue. My sorceries I'm getting are maximize altitude, lava coil. I think that's it. Yeah. Like maybe I should have taken that gravitational punch just so I have another sorcery to target. I could also go get I have another maximized altitude, so maybe I could go find that too, but I'm not sure. Maybe it's better. The Wee Dragonauts makes it one of those things where maybe it's something to consider at least, but who knows yet. We definitely need to cut some 3-drops. I think the Leapfrog's a cut. It's literally just 3 mana 3/1. That gains flying sometimes. Is that better than anything else I'm doing? I don't think so. I also think I have to cut the Halberdier. That puts us down to 27 cards. I think in this deck we want to be 16. I've been happy with 16 cards a lot, by the way. I don't know if that's correct or not. And once again, if they're in the format, I'm okay being wrong. But I'm not sure. So 27. I'd make 3 more cuts. So maybe a 2-drop, a 3-drop. Okay, well, how good is the Cyclops being? And this is the thing too. If I'm looking at this, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, but like these are not turning the Cyclops on in very many situations. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Like I can set it up for my turn. That's not great. So maybe I cut a Cyclops. Ugh, you got me. Shoulda kept it. The other card. I could have had a Temple Garden. Darn you, Josh. No, kidding. 26. 2 more cuts. Definitely a 2-drop. I just don't know what 2-drop to cut. Some creature. I feel like Ornery Goblin and Cratermaker probably better in the deck than the second Mesmerist. Maybe the Electromancer is a cut, though. It gets kind of difficult to cast, and I'm not getting much of an advantage out of it outside of the Insight and the Invent. Maybe I cut that. Puts me down to 25. I got 1 more. Or maybe we cut the third Muse Drake. I think that's probably okay. Or maybe I lean into this a little more. Maybe I actually played this, and I actually play the second maximized altitude. Alright, if I do that, now suddenly... I mean, I still did a bunch of cuts, that's fine. But I can, Still cut. I think maybe I still cut the other Electromancer. I think that's still. I just don't think I'm a good Electromancer deck. Hmm. 25. I need one more cut. Is it just Whisper Agent? It's probably Whisper Agent. I'm gonna play 16 lands. The 16 lands, I'm not positive if that's right either. And once again, I've been playing decks with 16 lands, and I've been fairly happy. Let's see, Moto's suggesting I play 9 and 5. I don't think I play Gateway Plaza. I don't think my 2-color deck needs that. I think it's just too slow for me, but I think that's aggressive. I think we do 6. So I have 7 sources. I don't think we're going to be able to reliably cast these cards, but I only have 3. The Lava Coil. Okay, so this is something I do in paper at least. I move around. This is our curve, right? This is what our curve should look like. But when do I actually want to cast these spells? Do I plan on casting Lava Coil on turn 2? Hopefully not. So let's move that closer to a 6-drop, right? Something I can cast a 4-drop and a 2-drop on. If I cast all these on 2, I'm not casting this on 1. I'm probably casting this to go 3-drop into 3-drop, right? So cast Cyclops and then jump another Cyclops. So maybe this is something I should be looking at 4. Insight, I don't plan on playing that early either. That's like an end of turn, or maybe if I'm tapped out on turn 5 kind of deal. But I do want to cast these on 3. Sabotage I don't want to cast until later. And maybe once again a 3-drop into a 3-drop. So it looks more like this. If this is my curve, if this is my deck, how many sources do I want? I want to be able to still reliably cast blue, right? But the blue's not really a concern, I think. Especially when you think about when we get up. I don't think I'm gonna have many problems with this deck in general, but if you get 15 more lands, I feel like I could do 7 and 7, honestly. Well, like 8 and 7? Right? I don't think I need to push too heavily one way or the other. So let's do 8 and 7. And we'll save this. And this could, once again, this could be wrong. But this is the approach I've been using. So I'm proven wildly wrong. I'll probably keep doing stuff like this. Okay. I wonder if the Leapfrogs are better now if I'm doing this with the maximized altitude. Hopefully that card's good. If it's not good, it's going to be real awkward. Alright. I'm waiting for my friend to get home. And he just got back. So let's do one match. We'll do one match. Alright. So, if you're watching this, by the way, Don't. Okay, good. My goodness. Okay. Doesn't matter. Alright, we got a Cyclops. That's going to hold down the fort against this Child of Night. The Dimir Spybug is very good, though, so we'll try to see what we can do there. Oh, dear. That's upsetting. They attack for 2. We clap back with our Wee Dragonaut. We indeed. I don't know what that means. I have no idea. I'm sorry. We'll keep the island on top. They got on for 1. Man, I really want that Cyclops to go to town. Surprised they didn't attack with the spy bug. That's actually very surprising. I'm interested now. If I let's try this. Let's attack. He might not know that the Spybug has Menace, which is actually another very real possibility, because that's something that happens a lot in this format. He will take the Drake. Shout. Oh, shout. Yep. So play Mesmerist, hold up, Sinister Sabotage. So far the Spybug is just a 1/1 flyer, which is really awkward. Literally anything they want to try to do with their Veil, I'm going to try to counter. Attack, sure. We are going to trade. Because that 2/1 means nothing to me. And I'd rather stop their life linking. Okay. Oh, man. How much do I care? They're not doing anything. You know what I mean? Like, I'm gonna keep drawing stuff. Informant? No, I think we put that in the bin. They're attacking for 2, I'm attacking for 1. I'm eventually gonna kill them. I'm on a 14 turn clock, they're on a 10 turn clock. I'm not doing anything. So just keep attacking, I guess. We'll counter this, I think. No, I don't even care. I actually don't care. That's fine. You got it. Man, I wish that Cyclops was not all altituded out. If I pump. Hey there. If I cast Maximize Altitude twice, I wonder what the last card in their hand is. I kind of just want to cast Maximize Altitude just to jump this up in the air. I mean, it's already in the air. That's not the point, I guess. But to get the extra 4 points in, I'm not sure if that's even worth it. But I do want to have something that's going to deal with this 3/2 as well. So maybe just playing the boar here is better. I do think they have something in their hand, so maybe that's a bad call. But I think we're going to do that. Let's do that. We'll play the boar. We'll just pump the Nightveil Sprite because I'd rather keep Wee Dragonauts just because we have the combo potential there. Let's attack for 4. Mesmerist is fine. That's okay. Like, I really do want a land, but I think Mesmerist is going to help me hold up. It allows me to hold up Sinister Sabotage while still committing to the board a little bit more. So let's do that. Do you have a kill spell? They have like Price of Fame or Price of Glory. I think they're both magic cards at this point. I think we need to stop the naming conventions. I'm not sure which one's in the set though. It's a 4 mana to destroy target creature. Costs 2 less if it's legendary. That's the one I'm thinking of, but I honestly don't know what it's called. Alright. They have spells that cost mana. I'm not blocking. They do not have spells that cost mana. I now know this. Alright, right now on board I'm attacking. I can attack for 5. Each maximized altitude represents another 4 damage. I think I just want to attack for 5. Let's spin that. Cast Mesmerist. Need to hold up Sabotage. And once again, I'm hoping they tap out for something huge and I just get to murder them. More mana. That's fine. You get a bigger bug. More mana. Okay. 9. You got 2/2 with Menace. Land number 8, I think. Are you going to attack for 2? Oh, it's good. Oh, no, attack for 2. Okay. We're going to block a 3/2. Allow you to put another counter on your person, and I think you're dead then. And they could have multiple tricks. But if they don't, I think they're dead. Crab, I think it's going to be lethal. I don't think we even need to counter this. We already played a land, but let's pretend like we want to. Sure. Okay. Let's jump. We're gonna yield to all these triggers. Jump. Is there a shock in this format? I don't think so. But let's pretend there might be. Yeah, he's confused. Okay, it's 3 lands in hand. Awesome. Alright, well, like I said, I'm just going to do one match for right now. I think the deck is very good. In the magic of TV, in the magic that is TV, I'm going to appear suddenly in a little bit. But thank you for watching the first part of this video, at least. Alright, well, I'm back a couple days later, but I'm here. So I am going to go back into my draft league with Magical Online. I'm actually also going to look at my deck. I think there was a change we wanted to make from last time I didn't make before we left. I believe we had a debate over the number of mountains versus the number of islands we were playing. So let's go view our deck. Deck, where are you? Yeah, edit deck, thank you. And if we're looking at this one, well, I guess the Izzet Guildgate doesn't really count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 red sources, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So let's cut one of these for another blue source. I think the 16 lands was good though. I actually was happy about that. Just make that small change. Alright, and we still have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 red sources, so we can cast these, return 2 cards. I just want to make sure I can cast these. I'd rather cast these 3 than either of these 3 in turn 2. And obviously with the Sinister Sabotage and whatnot, it's important to have that. So we'll save. We'll play. I might have to end up playing the last match later. work at a high school, so we have football games on Friday nights. We gotta still eat and head back out. So if we win quickly or lose quickly, maybe we can jam the third one in before we leave, but otherwise we'll just do it tomorrow, maybe tonight when I get back. Once again, thank you very much for coming back, watching the second match here of my sweet blue-red Izzet deck. You're either watching this at legitmtg.com or you're watching this on my YouTube channel. Either way, it helps support me, it helps support some of the other great content producers, Michael Mapson and Zach Kramer, Magic with Zuby, and really, you know, makes it better for everybody when people are enjoying our content. So thank you. Okay, join match. Hopefully we get something good or bad, I guess. Relative. Hopefully the game is interesting. Hopefully we still win. I do want to see how good these maximize altitudes were. The last game we kind of ended with a flourish. We got to maximize altitude a boar, I believe. It was a couple days ago for me, but we got to put that up in the air and also bump our Wee Dragonauts. That was cool. Let's make sure we have auto yields on. We have our third land, which is important. We should be able to curve to. I don't think it matters for this deck. I don't know if we have anything in particular. Yeah. Okay. Do I want to play Cratermaker or Vedalken Mesmerist? We'll do Mesmerist still. I think that's better. Sure. You got me. Put that Whisper Agent in the yard. Tell him who's boss. I think we just replay, because this doesn't do anything for a while, and that's an issue. But we also could just play our own Sprite and block. We'll do that. You know what? Actually, maybe we should have played Cratermaker. Ah, we should have. I didn't realize he missed his third land. We should have. Yeah, we should have just shot that. Put it in the air. Oh gosh, that's good for us. Okay, well, on our turn, we're just going to shoot that, because that can't be allowed to survive. They actually could capture through it too, but I'd rather just get it off the board. But let's attack. Voice yield. I'm not going to change my mind about that. I think we can leave that on top. Maybe we want to pin it though. I think we can afford to leave it on top. The other debate now is do I actually want to just shoot that? I think so. It's going to be 3 mana to just shoot a 1/2, but I'm already kind of ahead on board. They're not really doing anything, but that's going to help them catch up. I think if I just shoot this, I'm going to bury them, but I also could just like follow up with Cratermaker into Mesmerist, start applying pressure. We're definitely playing this. I think we just kill this. I think it's fine. I think it's negative tempo. Right? I could use my mana more effectively if I don't do this. They're missing lands. Yeah, we'll just shoot this. Okay. That might be right. That might be wrong. Maybe right. That might be crazy. And they're gonna honest land disappearance on the turn anyways, and their top card's gonna be land. That figures. Okay. That's fine. I'm not terribly upset there. Devastated. Let's play. Kind of out of sequence, but I think it's still fine. We'll play the Sprite into Cyclops. Use our mana, try to use it a little more effectively. They're going to Notion Range, sure. That's a fantastic thing. We tapped out, they're going to be a 17. We can Muse Drake. Put a dead weight in the graveyard, that's interesting. Let's get an island. Sure. We're going to keep up. I don't think particularly matters, actually. Is there anything for a red and one? Yeah, we have Ornery Goblin. So we'll keep up the mountain meter to the island. If I hadn't drawn the island, I think I would try to hold up. Yeah, exactly. That's perfect. I'd rather have Ornery Goblin than Mesmerist. So we'll just play that. We'll attack for 1. Maybe it's better to have surveilled first. That probably would make more sense. But yeah, I guess we can keep that. That seems okay. Okay, and the blue source. I'm not sure what card they could play that gets them out of this situation. I feel like they're very far behind. That could be wrong. Sure, that's fine. They're going to take 1, I'm going to play the Sphinx. If they didn't tap down, I think I was going to play the Muse Drake into the Mesmerist, just because I assume they have a counterspell. They're holding up 5 mana at this point in the game. But if they are going to tap out for Artful Takedown, I'm going to do that instead. I think that's better. And it's nice that they got rid of the takedown before we cast Art for Toughness Creature. But that is not devastating. I mean, it has a trigger when it dies. I'm just showing it again, sure. It could obviously be much worse. Okay. I'm actually going to tap like this. Once again, I don't think there's anything. Yeah, okay. Yeah, there's really nothing on 2 mana that I care about. The only other card because of my graveyard, the Ornery Goblin and the Cratermaker are the only thing that cost 2 or 3 mana that I can't cast off of double island plus land. Besides Lava Coil, but I'm not going to Lava Coil anything on this board anyway, so I'm better off just casting this. So if I draw maximize altitude, I can cast it and flash it back, which I think would be lethal. I think right now I have 10, that'd be 1 short. So, but I still think it's a better idea. I think it's going to pay off dividends in the long run. We'll play Guildgate. We'll play another Mesmerist. Attack for just 6. If we're lucky, they'll tap out for something huge and stupid. Yep. Then I finish casting or resolving the spell, then I get to resolve this. Just ridiculous. I like all of these cards, but I don't need. I don't really need Lava Coil at this point. The game, I guess, could go sour, so I guess having 2 removal spells is not the worst. We definitely want to maximize altitude. That should be lethal. Sure. Yeah, now we got lethal. Okay, and that should be 7 in the air. Yeah. We can flash it back in Mesmerist. I mean, either way, Lava Coil actually gets the win there too. Just get rid of the X3. So anyways, Drake is very good still. They got stuck, obviously. This would not have been. If they get something like Nightveil Predator down, this game is very different. But they're using their unexplained disappearances very aggressively. I think we still like this. Something like Ornery Goblin doesn't look fantastic though. So maybe we want to replace that with a better card. Could be Electromancer. Maybe Whisper Agent. We still have a lot of instants and sorcery, so it's hard to justify playing something like Leapfrog or Electromancer. Goblin Locksmith doesn't do anything either, right? It's the same problem. I think I'd rather play Ornery Goblin, but I'd rather not play. I guess Ornery Goblin's still going to trade with a lot of the creatures, right? The only creature that actually die to his Mesmerist also dies to that sorcery that gets -1/-1. I could play Whisper Agent. I'm kind of heavy on 3, so 3 is not the worst. You play another Muse Drake too, but I feel like that's unnecessary. Yeah, he has X3s. We're just gonna play the Ornery Goblin. We'll just jam that and see what happens. I think that's fine. Alright. Yeah, the Cyclops have been really sweet though. Probably put them in the deck. I've been very impressed so far. This hand seems really slow. I don't have any 2-drops. We have Invert, but like, who cares, right? Unless I play like 0-4 into 0, like, you know what I mean, 0-3 into 0-4 or something absurd. I think we mulligan this. This hand doesn't actually do anything. I think this hand's much better. We'll keep this. We'll keep a land on top. Nope. We will put them on the bottom. It's also, I think it's very funny to have this set with Surveil, right? This set has Surveil, but then you still have to scry during your upkeep, or during your mulligan. It's a very odd disconnect. They're so similar. I always want to put the top card in my graveyard, and I'm like, that's not what we do. That's not how this works. That's perfect. We'll play with Sprite. I'm assuming they have a unexplained disappearance. They had a lot. Nope, not one. Awesome. Notion Rain. That is almost the same card. We both have Surveil and need to put 2 lands into the bin immediately. That was very fast. That's fantastic. I don't even know how I want to do this. Let's attack first. I don't know if there's any upside to not attacking first. Let's put 2 lands immediately into the graveyard. I'm gonna just make this always yield. Do you want Watcher, but I also want lands. We can. That's annoying. I do want this card, but I need lands. I think we have to bottom that. I think we need to hit land number 4 sooner than later. I don't really want to miss the next land, so I'm gonna put this in the graveyard. We'll play. We'll take 1, obviously. We'll play our island. Hold up Sinister Sabotage. I do think they have a 4-drop. I don't think you can do nothing, Notion Rain, and then expect to win this game. So we'll Sinister Sabotage, or hold that up at least. We're going to tap out for Blood Operative. We'll counter that. That's okay. It's okay. We'll counter that. And we'll keep that island on top. That's good. Island. Boar. Plus. The arrows get me very confused. I just feel like it's like this is good and this is bad, and it's like, no, it's going from this to that. I understand this. But my reptile brain always wants to mess it up. We'll keep We'll keep that on top too. I think that card's good enough where I think I'd rather have land number 5, but the card is good enough. Especially with the insight, like I get to hold up counterspell or insight and it looks good. So that's fine. We got a snitch. I think we just battle. Battle? Do I want to counter this, or do I want to... Well, I'm okay countering this, actually. This might be wrong. This is one of those things, too, where I like, this could be totally wrong. But I... I'll put this in the graveyard. We're gonna hit another land, probably off this Bright Cyclops. Okay with Cyclops, I think. I think with the hand we have, I think I'm okay with Cyclops. Yeah. Anyways, were you blocking? You're not blocking, right? No, you're not blocking. That's a good call. Great decisions. And maybe that was wrong. Maybe like Whisper Agent blocking that. I think just the combination of me losing my guy and him gaining a life, that's also fine. I still have a 3/3. I get to keep my 3/3. I lost my 1/2 flyer, but I get to keep my 3/3. I think that's a decent trade. You get this. It's also fine. Next turn you get to tap out, and I get to play Capture Sphere. Seems like a good trade for me. Go to 5. They're tapping for this so much easier. Jeez. Yep. You got it, champ. I don't know what you want to exile. Sure. Great choice. Combat? No combat? Nothing. No combat. Let's capture through this. No, obviously that makes sense. Do you have a counterspell? Do you have your own Sinister Sabotage? Sabotage. Yep, that's a good call. I don't know what we're... Oh, sure. Yeah, makes sense. Goblin Informant. You get your Blood Operative back, which is not bad. That's a good deal for him. Okay. Island. We're gonna hold this just in case. I guess it doesn't particularly matter, right? Lava Coil is very good, though. I'd want the second red source just in case. Or third red source, rather. Let's murder this. We'll attack for 7. You'll block the 4/3. Build up 3. I still have the insight in the yard. I think I could have played either land. I don't think it matters. It's probably better for me to actually have the extra blue source, right? So I can, but I don't think it really matters because of the Guildgate. Right, I want to be able to tap out. I don't have any double red cards in the deck, right? So as long as I can tap 1, 2, 3, 4, yeah, it's dead. Okay. Well, this deck is sweet, but I need to leave. So we are going to break this into 3 parts, which for you it's not going to seem like a difference. For me it's going to be a bear to edit, but that's okay. This is what I deserve. I am going to wrap this up for right now. I will see you in a little bit. For you it's going to be once again a second. But thank you once again for watching this. You don't have to do this, but you came to either my YouTube channel or you came to Legit MTG, and I appreciate it. But for right now, I will see you in a bit. Goodbye. Alright, we are back for the last match of this league. We've been crushing so far, I think. I think this deck's very good. I mean, the one non-game we played in the first game of match number 1, we lost. But otherwise, we've been really rolling people. I think this deck's very good. I think it was a good decision to go blue-red. And I really do think a lot of these cards are just powerful. Like, uniquely powerful. I don't know if we can do this while this pulls up. I'm happy with the Piston-Fist Cyclops. I think the maximized altitudes have been good while we drew them. Decent amount of interaction. Pretty solid. So, is it, I guess, the deck that you can play? I don't know if there's other ways to build it. This is isn't very tempo heavy. The counter spells that end up, you can play a kind of a fish game for a little bit. Alright, let's see what happens. Oh my goodness, you're so cute. A dog underneath my feet. Oh, here we go. Alright, when the die rolls, be on the play. We keep this? I think we keep this. I think we keep this, yeah. We'll keep this. I'm trying to, sorry, I apologize. I was trying to figure out if we attack with Mesmerist, get something -2, -0, if it makes it toughness, or the power 0, and then we invert it, does that kill it? I don't remember. This is like one of those things I should know. I should know it. I think, I'm trying to think of layers. I don't think it would kill it. I think it would apply that to its new. I think it would switch the base stats. That's better. I'd rather draw the mountain, I guess, but the second island, or third island, is not a bad option either. Play a 2/2, it's fine, we attack in, you obviously don't block. Yep. With yield. What is your green and tap gain trample? It's actually not terrible. Yep, okay. And we'll play the Cyclops. Once again, I would have liked to draw a mountain there instead of the 4th island, but beggars can't be choosers, my lord. Fascinating. Make an X1 with the Weird. I'm actually okay. If we trade there, those guys, I'm okay. Do you want to trade? No? Okay. That's fine. Wow, look at this! Mountains. I feel good. It feels nice to draw mountains. I was just too excited. I'm trying to think what else. I don't think they're going to attack. No, they attack. What will you do? Go take 3? I kind of want to block there. I feel like that's also a trap though, because I feel like it's a very easy block across. We'll just take this. I actually think they're like behind too. Like, I don't think they're in a position where they should be attacking. I'll play the 4/4, that's fine. So I'll take a 3/3. Yeah. Sure. Why not? Maybe that's too far. To block? I don't think you do, but like I don't know what you want to do. It's really an option. Oh, that's actually interesting too. We definitely could have. I know we were tapped out last turn, but sure. With the invert, it's the invert. Yeah, invert. Oh, they did block. I didn't realize. That's cool. Okay. With the invert, with the mentor, right? The invert only. The invert only looks at certain parts of it, right? So, when you attack with mentor, it double checks on resolution. So you can very easily just block and then invert it, and some of the power is not appropriate anymore. Pull this back. You do both, sure. Okay, so you're gonna do this. I want to invert 1 and 2. Invert 1 and 2. You won't get a counter on the 2/2, sure. Let's And if you have a pump spell, like Gird for battle would be brutal here, I think, but otherwise we're fine. I want to get this off the field because I don't want you making a bunch of 2/2 knights next turn. You obviously have some spell, I just don't know what. We're going to convoke. Pax Favor gives this +2/+2, that's fine. That's okay. Easily. Is it 2 people? No. Oh. Okay. Moto is tanking, apparently. What happened? What happened there? I'm very actually kind of confused now. Pumped. They still traded. I ate. What happened? Block. Dude, post-combat? I don't know. Actually, I just don't know what happened. We're going to... play Boar. Look at this thing. Let's play the second mountain pass back. So maybe, and this is like one of those things too, maybe it's better if I just hold the invert. But I think if they have a 3/3, I don't know. Maybe it still just doesn't work out well. Sure. You've got a siege worm. Siege indeed. Oh, that's stupid. Oh, that's stupid. Whatever, I don't care. Thanks, Meadow. Nope. Yeah, you're right. I don't know if I would. I don't know. I'm not used to it doing that. Sure. Hunted indeed. I'll take 5. I'd have to try to trade straight up for it. So maybe like Sphinx or something like that. Or Capture Sphere. That also works. We're going to Capture Sphere. We're going to do it during their upkeep though. And beginning of combat on their turn. Okay. Not sketchy at all. Totally cool. Martial altitudes? Oh god. 6, 5. This is gonna be a lot. Not ideal. Yep, it's 1/1 lifelinkers. Am I actually dead? Am I basically dead? I think we're at basically dead territory. Tap that. We'll go to combat. So 1 mystery card in hand. So let's block here, block here, block here. Let's shoot the 3-1. Take 6, go to 4. Go down after that. Yeah. We need a lot of stuff to happen to win this game. Even a 4-4 with Vigilance does not help the cause. I think we can get these right. I've got take about 3 and still take 5, yeah. Okay. That was upsetting. Yeah. So, I don't know if I win the game. I don't know if I win this game if I hold Invert and Invent. Like, I think if I try to trade there, this person ends up becoming a 3-3. It still becomes a 5-5. Or, yeah, it becomes a 5-5. Still it eats my Cyclops. I don't know. I really don't. This is fine. I think what I have, I'm trying to think if there's anything on the board that I would really want. Obviously want Ritual of Soot. That would be good. Citywide Bust is also not terrible. Oh, my dog. My dog has this thing where she likes to be on my feet. So I moved my foot slightly and she moved slightly to be back on my foot. I really want Ritual of Soot, but I can't splash that in this deck, so. Is there anything else that kind of makes sense? No. Citywide Bust is also not terrible, right? That's another thing, but like trying to splash for that's just not realistic for me. Okay. Yeah. I still think there's anything for us here. I think it's just going to be a tough matchup in general. But I'm trying to say Lesnia is not. They don't have a lot of removal, right? So I think the goal, try to keep them off balance. They're going to cap out for these huge Convoke spells. Try to find a counter spell and keep them off balance. This hand does that relatively well. Right? I have something to attack early. I have the Sinister Sabotage to hold up eventually. I get the Informant to block pretty well. I think this hand's going to be as good as it gets. Alright, so game 2 of match 3. Once again, if you're watching this, you are watching this on my YouTube channel or you're watching this on Legit MTG. Either way, thank you for stopping by and supporting me, myself. Those are the same people. Myself, Michael Mapson, Zach Kramer, Magic with Zuby, all these fantastic content creators we have on Legit. So, Mesmerist, no 2-drop, and we have no 3-drop, so I guess it's tit for tat, as it were. It's a shame. This would be a really nice place to slam an Informant and kind of set up our next couple turns. But they got no 3-drop. Yep. And we get no 3-drop either. We're eventually going to draw a land. Yep, 4 mana. Play Patrol, sure. Okay. We got a land. Okay. I think we just play in format. I actually want to attack. Oh, sure. Bold move. Can I do forward 2 times in a row? I think so. So, top and top. Okay. 2, 3 math. Fuck you. Um, okay. That's pretty gross. This might be a mistake. I mean, like, they're gonna... If they have a giant convoke spell, I'm just like stone dead. But, I mean, what are you gonna do? Yep. We'll block the 1-3 on the 2-3. Like you do. Sure. Like 4. The fact they have Vigilance is actually really good. This card is, like, I think underrated. I with the Flyers. Oh, it's just on top of all your mana, please. Nope. Nope. Tapping it all. Tap everything. Tap, tap, tap. 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 Interesting. Yep, Siege Worm. Oh, man. I don't know how this game's supposed to happen. Like, how do I win this game? I think we play this and play Cyclops. I think is part of it. I think we need something like Wee Dragonauts. Like, I think this needs to be Wee Dragonauts to really have a chance here. Like, I'm not particularly worried about being able to block the 5/5. The 5/5 is going to die. One way or the other. I just think... If I play Boar attack, this doesn't really do anything there, right? It gives me a 4 power person attacking into something with 5 toughness. That's not impressive, but I think I need to play the Boar or the Cyclops. Let's just play... I want to play the Boar just for mana efficiency, because I want to be able to play 3-drop and then hold up Sabotage next turn if I play another land. Yeah, I do lose the points of toughness, but I think that's okay. I don't think it matters. That's gross. Tap the 3/3, tap the 1/4. Attack with everything. Trade Hunted Witness for Vedalken Mesmerist. Drake still gets to block. The 2/3, you get a 4/4, 5/5, and you also have a 3/3 with Vigilance. I like the Vigilance. Interesting. Where's that? Good. Hey, give me a second. Yep. I really want to draw another land. I really do want to play Cyclops. Not ideal, but taking 9 down to 5, not really sure what's better. They all seem terrible. dead? One? Okay. No, I'm dead. Okay, that's fine. Alright, well, we got 2 packs. That's not bad. 2-1. Let's go back and look at the deck real quick. Just want to kind of wrap up looking at it. I think the deck was pretty solid. Honestly, as far as what am I doing? Right there. Turn to details. The previous deck. So as far as Izzet decks go, I think the deck is actually really solid. We had not the greatest showing that last match. We didn't get to really play. And I think the best cards in this deck really are the Nightveil Sprite, Lava Coil, the Sinister Sabotage, especially later in the game when you're not, mana intensive, the Chemister's Insight, and the Citywatch Sphinx. I think those are the best cards in this deck, at least. I was actually very happy playing 16 lands. I don't think we needed 17 lands. We obviously missed a couple land drops in the second game, the last game right there. The maximized altitudes I was very impressed with. We definitely played 2 of those again. The Cratermaker was decent. We got to kill Nightveil Sprite. We got to block and sack, which is, just what happens with creatures like that. That's not bad. I'm still happy with the Mesmerist. One thing, being able to attack into a creature and knowing that they're not going to be able to trade with you is very nice. What else was there? Sabotages we talked about. The Informant, I think we cast it like maybe once or twice in those 7 games, but the card's just fine. Chemister's Insight was actually really good, and obviously drawing 2 cards is really good, being able to jumpstart. You end up drawing like an extra land, you have all this extra mana, and then you're like, I'm also going to keep drawing it. And having that in concert with something like Sinister Sabotage gets you just so many options. So that was really good. And the Sphinx obviously didn't disappoint. I was actually very happy. There was a lot of times we had the option to play Citywatch Sphinx or play 2-3 drops, and we did that a lot of times, or a 4-drop and a 2-drop. And I think we got rewarded a lot of times where they use a removal spell to get rid of a Muse Drake, and then we follow up with the Sphinx, and they're like, I have no answer to that. So I think we did play well. The last match was obviously a landslide, but I think that happens in decks like this. I think there's not a lot of big, powerful cards that are just going to win you games by themselves here. You really do need to get that snowball effect going. And without cards like Unexplained Disappearance, even the I don't actually know what the card name of that card is, but you name a creature type and return X number of creatures with that share that type. Sorry, my dog's trying to pick at her wound. I think it's hard for you to play catch up effectively. I think with more things like Wee Dragonauts, I think it'd be easier to, kind of sneak out a win. Being able to just, 10 somebody out of nowhere would be a lot easier. You could very easily go like Lava Coil into altitude on a Wee Dragonaut and don't for 12, I think it'd be. And, cheese a couple wins out like that. But I think in this deck, you're really winning from the get-go, or you're just dying. So, which is okay. We really were on the play a lot, and that did help us keeping the advantage going. But I like this deck. I think this deck was definitely a 2-1. I think if we went 1-2, I would have been disappointed with this deck. I think 2-1 is about appropriate. I think we could have gone 3-0 also. I don't think that's out of the realm of possibility. But I think we needed like another card, maybe another 5-drop, or maybe a higher quality 2-drop. I think a second Nightveil Sprite instead of the Mesmerist would have been fantastic. Instead of a Muse Drake, something like a Crackling Drake. And I can still keep it a Drake, but I think that would have been really done a lot. Or even the 3-mana generic red-blue the Bolt I forget what that card's called, but a good removal spell. It's been really nice in this deck. Anyways, I think I rambled enough on this. Thankfully, we did pretty well. Still got some packs, so that's cool. Anyways, thank you for watching. I appreciate you stopping by. Hopefully I'll see you again soon. Alright, goodbye.